Welcome to the Turquoise Challenge. And if you would like to know how I painted this mixed media painting, stay tuned. So here I cut a symmetrical shape for the glass, and I'm tracing it because that way I'll be sure it's perfectly symmetrical instead of me trying to draw it. And the Turquoise Challenge is hosted by the artist Dena Tollefson. She's a great artist. You should check out her channel, and it's linked down below. And if you'd like to check out this challenge and all the other wonderful artists in it, type in the YouTube browser hashtag turquoise challenge, and you will find all the many other wonderful artists participating. So here I am. I'm doing the pencil drawing before I start the painting. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and hit the bell for notifications of future videos. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. And I'm going to use, for the background, I'm using watercolor, and I'm using a mop brush there. And I tried to find the blue that had the most turquoise, that looked the most turquoise, turquoisey. Let me see, how should I say it? Trying to find the blue that had the most turquoise in it. And there are all different shades of turquoise, like there's bluish turquoise, there's greenish turquoise. So I'm going to show you a technique where you paint it on pretty watery and not too light, kind of like medium or dark would be good. And then taking a white paper towel and crumpling it, then you dab it in different places, and kind of be mindful when you're dabbing it because they're gonna try to be like cloud formations. Here I am using a shade of turquoise, creative like aqua green turquoise, and mixing it with a lot of white because it's going to be the tabletop. So I'm mixing a very light turquoise. And painting it on the tabletop with acrylic paint. Now the background was watercolor paint for the sky, but everything else in this painting is going to be acrylic paint. Now I'm mixing a different shade of turquoise. There's many different shades of turquoise, and this is more of a bluish green turquoise. And now I'm going to be adding some white to this, but I'm not going to make it too light, kind of like a one shade lighter from what I already have. In this summer cool drink is creating different shades of turquoise in the drink. And now you see on my palette all the different shades of turquoise I have going. And now creating highlights on the glass. And this painting now the stem of the glass and the bottom flat part of the glass with gray. I'm going to paint it all gray with some white showing. I leave some of that white showing because that would be a good highlight anyway. And now I go in with some darker gray, or that might almost be black. And I try to paint some darker gray, some darker grays, and then also painting back in some highlights really gives the effect of this being glass. And now painting colorful straws. And to that hot pink, I'm adding some orange, so it's going to be an orangey hot pink. And now I'm going to paint a yellow straw, which is going to just add some nice pops of color. And now using the ruler to steady my hand, that way I don't need a ruler to actually draw out the lines. I just steady my hand and I'm able to paint straight lines. It's a technique that many artists know about, but I had forgotten it until recently. I saw another artist using the ruler or a stick to steady her hand, and which reminded me of that's a very good technique to use. Painting the umbrella in the drink with some different shades of turquoise and green. In the turquoise challenge, the featured color does need to be turquoise, but there can be other colors. So there you can see the finished top part. And yes, there can be other colors, but the featured color should be turquoise. And I'm sorry, this part of the painting where I paint the sunglasses is partly out of the camera frame. So I used hot pink acrylic paint for the frames of the sunglasses, and now I'm going to create a base coat of gray for the sunglasses and then go a little bit darker and then paint some highlights right on the sunglasses. So I hope you enjoyed this. It's the hashtag turquoise challenge to check out other artists. I'm showing close-ups of the finished piece. If you like this, please hit the thumbs up. It really helps out the video and the channel. It's very important to click the thumbs up. I used a stencil to make those curly Q designs. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to check out the other artists.